Well, I'm here in the West Desert, and I don't expect to find much blooming. There are a lot of motorcycles, so that's nice. But this is a habitat where we'll actually find a large variety of blooming plant species, flowers, etc. Just not right now. Right now we've got these junipers. I'm sure we'll see some ephedra. I'm sure we'll see some cactaceae. And I'm sure we'll see some grease bush or mesquite or something. But for now, there's some trash and motorcycles. But it's a beautiful day, so we are just walking through here. Saw a lizard, but unfortunately I don't think I was able to get it on film quick enough. Pretty early, although I expected there to be some species that had at least begun to green up. Hold on, what do I see over here? Well, I've got some early growth of some things. Gonna stop and let these motorcycles pass. So this is here again. We see more of these in the rocky outcroppings here at the center and the edges of rocks. There's a lot of motorcycles, a lot of these flowers. But let's keep walking. Pretty rocky going uphill, so apologies for any kind of shakiness, but hey, I feel like that adds to the feeling of being out here with me. At least I hope it does. Starting to see some more grass species, and in general some of the diversity change as we get up higher in elevation. Still haven't found one of the cacti I'm looking for. Well, we are coming down the mountain. You know, on this side of the mountain I have found several different species of cacti. I won't say several, I'll say at least 4. usually a kind of serious Engelmannii or one of the claret cup hedgehogs or something, but just didn't find them today in my brief walk up and down this mountain. But we've seen 2 flowers, we've seen some juniper, some ephedra, plenty of different lichens, and important to remember that above all else, this is just practice. I'm taking some notes on how I'm holding the camera in different spots to see if one way ends up with a more stable image versus the other. Like this is, my hand is on the grip, whereas this is, my hand is at the base on the little mini tripod that I've been using. Probably could have picked a spot that had less junipers to come down the mountain, but it's around these junipers that I often find different plant species here. So that's why I'm sort of sticking close to them. Oh. I'm just looking while I'm walking and just getting footage that I can talk over, that I can record over if I choose, but this is just a new experience for me, creating a virtual field trip in this way. So but I do know that right now it's probably pretty boring. I mean, it's beautiful, but I doubt you're just sucked in. It's probably pretty boring, and that's okay. I'm actually just going to walk myself back to my car, hoping, now I'm out of the kind of terrain where I'd expect to see it kind of serious, but I should be seeing more opuntia than I do. Of course, it could be this side of the mountain. I often will go over there, closer to 5 Mile Pass, and there's quite a bit over there that the motorcycle folks run over and fall onto and destroy. Speaking of destroy, there is television. That's non-native. It's an invasive television. And a lot of invasive garbage here you don't see, but I've got a nice bag of trash with me. Let's zoom back out, see what we can't find in here. Ah, yeah, these are pretty common around here. This is a shotgun shell, not native either. Beautiful day out though. Something like 70 degrees. See, at a different time, there'd be a lot more out here besides just these grasses. But right now, that is all we've got. That was probably too fast. Probably just made you all sick. That's the other thing. I'm looking forward to pulling this up. I'm doing a bunch of different things to see how different strategies can benefit this sort of a project. Oh, here we go. Here's a nice big beautiful bunch of opuntia and some ants, so that's neat. Alright, gonna keep walking some more, pretty much back to my car. Well, we've got a lizard here. You probably can't see it, but I bet as I get closer it'll move and then you'll see it for a moment. Or not. Just got very bright out here, but there's some Opuntia, some more. Am I showing some bias to just showing the Opuntia? Yeah, but they're also something that is common out here and that I'm really into. So because there are other things, and I will put some of their names here as I pass them, which isn't necessarily how it will go in the real videos, but I would like to identify some of the basic species in the area, like these junipers, like ephedra, even if they're not flowering, even if I just identify them to genus, so that people can know the kinds of plants to look for when they're looking for flowers and what would be associated with them and things like that. Fortunately, we're not blooming right now here, but this is a great plant. Said I was done, but I'm having fun just walking around, even though there isn't anything to identify. So, and I could do a combination of comments from the site here mixed with voiceovers, and I know they'll sound differently, but probably don't have a wide enough zoom for you to see all those cars. That's probably loud, my face is in the mic, but see all those cars? That's 5 Mile Pass recreational area, and I don't think they're doing a very good job of social distancing, but I guess neither am I if I'm out here. I'm really interested to look at this footage. More cacti, see if you can see it. This is pretty typical, finding it here in this sandy soil underneath or in partial protection of a juniper like this. Also, a little tip for you all watching, that when you get really excited about something and you kneel down, out here anyways, there's a good chance you, if you don't look in advance, will kneel on either A, prickly pear cladode, B, an anthill, or C, a gnarled up piece of juniper. So be careful, because take it from me, it's painful. Well, looks like we've found another flower, same one of the 2 or 3 species that we found, but here's some more of them. Okay, well, I think this pretty much wraps up our virtual field trip for today. I do not believe we're going to find anything else.